Hi, we're Nat and Kat and we've decided to build our second van. This time we've chosen a long wheelbase Peugeot Boxer L3 H2 and we're building an off-grid, adventure-ready home on wheels with enough space inside to carry a motorbike. Everything will be designed and built completely by ourselves. But here's the biggest issue. We've only got a few months to get it done, because our Eurotunnel tickets are already booked. The goal is to hit the road in August, drive across Europe chasing the sun, and prove you don't need a massive budget to build something incredible, just the dream and the determination to make it happen. So whether it works or all goes wrong, come along for the ride and see where we end up.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we are probably not going to get a particular section done. What we are going to try and do though is get the framing done for the shower, the seat and the kitchen area. We're kind of at the point now where we need to get the electrics in, we need to get the plumbing in, but we're running out of sort of quick and easy jobs to do. So I think the best step now is to sort of frame it all out so we know where everything is going, and once we've done that we can start to visualize where the plumbing's going to go, where the electricity is going to go, you know, where the cable's going to run through, what plug points are going to be where, USBs, all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to try and get done today. So hopefully by the end of this video we'll just have an outline of what the inside of the van is going to look like effectively. I've not really got any plans. I've got a rough idea of where I want it to go. I've no idea how it's actually going to work. So this is just going to be a follow along and see what happens, rather than a tutorial or a step-by-step guide or anything like that. So yeah, let's get cracking and see where we get to. We've already marked the area roughly with tape a long time ago, so we've got a rough area of what's going to be covered. I've put the bike in because obviously the bench seat has to be built around the bike. It needs to be the right height. It needs to go up to where the light sits. And then I've got the shower pan in there as well, because obviously the frame has to fit around there. So hopefully by the end of the day you should be able to visualize with us kind of the layout of the van. First thing we need to do then is get the wood out of the garage and get the saw set up so that we can get perfect 90-degree cuts on everything, because when you're building framing, if you don't put 90-degree angles up to 90-degree angles right from the start, everything will be wonky. So we need to get that perfect, otherwise it will just be a complete disaster. So that's the way the shower's going. It's longer widthways than it is depthwise, so it'll either go that way around or the other way around depending on what's underneath to where the hole lines up. I'm going to start by cutting the uprights for each corner and then go from there. Got to try and navigate this corner bit somehow because it's not flat all the way to the edge. You just tilt it, like twist the seat so it leans forward a little bit. Yeah, not too much. How does that feel? So on this, and as close to this wall as possible, and then I've got to just cut that off at an angle. Let's try it. Right, all of these are cut out now and I've marked them all as how I need to screw them together, and that's the next job. Basically, screw this back wood into this front one, creating these corner sections, and then we can work out getting them in and attached together to start building the complete frame. So to put these together, I've just clamped them. I'm going to drill a pilot hole and then just screw into them, screwing them together like that. Okay, so now that all these are screwed together, I'm going to start fixing these back ones to the van wall, and then I need to work out the right gap between the side of the shower tray and the framing, because I want to be able to get the 5mm ply that we've got and the 8mm thick paneling on that, so then we just basically drop the shower tray in and then silicone around it. The reason for that is if for whatever reason the shower tray needs to come out, it's not sat on top of the shower tray, meaning you'd have to dismantle the whole surround just to get the shower tray out. So having them down the side means that basically future maintenance is possible. I will show you what it looks like when they're all done. Right, the back two are on, screwed up here to the van, so they're solid, and then screwed into the floor as well. So just got to do the same thing for the front corners now. Right, so I'm gonna now attach the frame at the top, but to hold this level, I found a tool. I've had it for about 12 years, never used it. This is why you don't throw anything away. I'm just gonna attach this bit of wood across the top. Screw it together and then do the other side, and then across the front as well. Probably across the back as well. Is the shower frame then done. All we got to do now is put the sort of battens across, figure out where we need the battens to support the taps and the shower head obviously, and probably design some kind of shelf that recesses into the wall, because we've got quite a bit of gap at the back. So obviously the paneling etc goes on the front here, so we've got probably 2 inches we could probably cut into and have a little shelf for soaps and stuff. Yeah, so now we've got to build the bench for the seat, and then we can come around and build the kitchen area. Okay, so there's the seat area frame. Obviously it's quite high. It's not as high as this is making it look, but it is high, but it has to be to clear the wheel. So we're now just thinking about where the water pipes are going to go, because obviously we've got to get water to both sides. So wherever the pump goes, the water's got to be able to get to the sink and to the shower. So we're just figuring out what's going to go where and how we're going to route them. Possibly across here and then down in front of this, and then build a little step over the pipes to protect them. Also, we'll hope you to get up on the seat. But yeah, we'll see. The fridge was going to go there, but we might put a cupboard there, because then I can put pipes through them, and then put the fridge here instead. But before we put the kitchen legs up, I'm going to put the fridge in. So this is the one that we've got. I'm not saying that name. You can see it. I can see it. We can all see it. It's there. It's made in China. It's got half decent reviews. ChatGPT says it's alright. So, thumbs up. So we're going to get this out, put it where it needs to go, and then build the cabinet around it effectively. I will show you in a second. Right, that's enough for today and enough for the video. So I'll just give you a quick walk round, show you what I've done. The skeleton basically of the shower, zoom out a bit. The shower, which is massive, but obviously we're going to have a toilet as well that's going to pull out of under there. So when you're having a shower, obviously you can pull it away. You don't have to just have it out and about. And also there's enough room in there to be on the toilet as you need to. We've got the fridge in, we've got the outline of the kitchen cabinets. We're going to have the hob here, so this will all be like a splashback area, and then the sink here, so we can have one of the taps that goes out and sprays out there. Yeah, don't know what else to say about it really. It's all on, solid, attached to the walls where it can be. Obviously this is only the first outline. When it has the rest of the drawers or cupboards or whatever there's going to go in there, it'll be a lot more sturdy, and with the worktop on the top. Apart from that, we're going to have some cupboards, at least here. One of the sides is going to have cupboards all the way down. I'm not 100% sure which one that's going to be yet, but we'll figure that out as we go. Possibly this side, because obviously if you sat here, less to bang your head on, basically. The ceiling we've got in there, we've got the slatted wall panels. Over the bed though, we're just going to go for probably carpeted ply or something, because it's thinner and softer. You know, gives the bedroom a bit more of a nicer feel, especially if you know, you catch your elbow or whatever on it. We know from the Vivaro that hurts. So that's everything for this video. Again, it's one of them weekends where you don't really get anything finished, but it's better to start and get something done than to just put it off, because there's no job you can get done in that day, and that's the reality of building a van effectively. So thanks for watching again, and come and see us in the next one, where hopefully we can get something finished.